Hello, everyone. Namaste. This is Mom Harsha. Hi, everyone. So, Wednesday, 5 p.m. is the time when Mom Harsha comes in front of you all to tell a wonderful story. So, as you can read the title, The Talkative Tortoise is the story for today. So before I start my storytelling session, quickly, आप जब भी join हो रहे हो, please put a hi in the comment section box because I want to reach out to you and tell a hi to you. So do that right now, right away. And if you've liked my earlier stories and if you've shared those stories with your children, do mention in the comment section box कि वो stories कैसी लगी, बच्चों को कैसी लगी, आपको share करने में कितना मजा आया, and the tips that I share in between the stories, are they effective? Because these are those tips which I often, take from the storytelling session which I have with my daughter who is 7 years old. So today's story is very interesting, very beautiful, very nice, and very, very, very बहुत मजेदार जिसको बोलते हैं ना बहुत मस्त story है. So what I've done is today I've made a few puppets. So as you can see these puppets here, yes. Let me first introduce you to all the puppets, all the story characters. So this is, yes, this is the correct placing. Yes. Hi, hello. This is the swan. Her name is Sunny, and this is another swan. Her name is Sony. Sunny and Sony. And the third and the main character of this story is Toto the tortoise. Yes. So let's begin with the story. And after the story, I will definitely share some tips जो आपको बहुत मजा आने वाला है. So everyone get ready for this exciting story, The Talkative Tortoise. Once upon a time, in a village, there lived many people. There were lots of trees, and there was a small pond at the end of the village. This pond was very, very, very small, but it helped many birds and many animals to quench their thirst. So everybody used to come there and sip little water and get satisfied. So these two beautiful swans, Sani and Sony, they both every day came there to drink some water. Every day they came and they drank this water from this pond. One day they met a new friend, Toto the tortoise. Tortoise had also come over there to drink little water. And while he was drinking water, he looked here and there. He looked here and there and he saw these both swans and he said, "Hello, how are you?" This Toto was very talkative, so he always wanted to make new friends. And both the swans were equally friendly. So they said, "Hello, what is your name?" Toto said, "I am Toto, the tortoise." Sunny said, "My name is Sunny and she is Suni." And this way, these three became best friends. Every day they used to come near the pond, drink water, play, talk and have a wonderful time. Days passed, months passed, and their friendship grew stronger and stronger and stronger. It was monsoon season. Everybody was waiting for the rain to shower, but the rain was delayed, and more months passed, but there was no sign of water, there was no sign of rain. Soon the villagers started talking amongst themselves that it is going to be drought this year. So we are not going to have enough water. So we will all have to shift from this place to the other place. Soon this news spread like fire among the villagers and among the animals and the birds because everything started drying up. So all the animals and birds were tensed. Now what to do? And so were Sani and Sony tense. So they both started talking to each other. What are we going to do this year? it's not going to rain and we cannot live without water. Yes, you're correct. Let's shift somewhere else where we can find some water. And this way, they both were talking. And suddenly, Toto heard everything. Toto said, "Hello, my dear friends. How can you leave me and go? You will have to take me with you. What will I do without water here? So you will have to take me with you." Sony and Sani started discussing among themselves. Yes, we cannot leave our friend here in this misery. We will have to take our friend. Sani said, "Yes, we will have to take our friend. But what to do? We are birds and we fly up in the sky, and Toto cannot fly. So, what are we going to do?" They thought, and thought. They never wanted to leave their friend behind. So Sani, the clever swan, came with an idea. So she said to Sony, "What we can do is we will take one stick, one end of the stick, you hold the other end of the stick, I will hold. And what we can do is we can tell Toto to hang himself on the stick." So they both happily went to the tortoise and said, "Hello, Toto, we have an idea. Wow, we have an idea. We'll take a big stick, and at the edges, we both will hold the stick with our beaks, and in the center, with your mouth, you'll have to hold that stick tightly, and we will make you fly in the sky. But you have to remember one thing. That is, if you open your mouth, you will fall down. So, talkative Toto, you will have to zip. You will have to zip. You'll have to shut your mouth and catch hold of the stick tightly. So, this is the setup that they did. A big stick on the both ends, as you can see, the swans and the tortoise holding the stick tightly, and they started flying in the sky. Oh, we are enjoying Sony and Sunny Toto. Sony and Sunny and Toto flying up in the sky, up in the sky, up in the sky. And Toto, as you all know, he was very talkative. So he wanted to say something. And as soon as he opened his mouth, he fell down, and he fell down, and the swans kept looking here and there. Oh my god, the Toto had fallen down on the ground. Oh my god. But what they could do, they had to fly, so they flew away. So the story is a wonderful story. So now, when you share this story with your children, there are a lot of things that you can discuss. So when you start the story, as the title says, the talkative tortoise, you can narrate the entire story to the children as I narrated. You could keep any other names also of the characters that you like. If you want to make these stick puppets, they are easily, you can make these stick puppets. You can take a printout from internet, colored printout or black and white, and you can color it and just paste the ice cream stick for holding it. So you can create this. Now you can narrate the entire story. As I said, you can change the names. I've kept Sony and Sani. You can keep anything. Narrate the story. Now, after you've completed the story, ask the children that if there is a drought in the village, explain them what is drought. So this is vocabulary development as well. So explain them what is drought, and then ask them, if there is drought, what will you do? So this keeps the children thinking. Now, tell them to take the role of the swan. So tell them कि स्वान के पास जैसे आइडिया था, अगर आप होते तो अपने फ्रेंड टोटो को बचाने के लिए क्या आइडिया करते? Second, what I did with my daughter is that do you think that that stick which the swans were holding in their beaks, they were able to lift that because tortoise have a hard shell on their body. So do you think कि वो लेकर उड़ पाएंगे? So I think these are the pauses when children are left to think, left to ponder. कि वो कैसी स्टिक होगी. Now I just explained to my daughter whatever stick I had in my house, I just gave it to her and I just said कि imagine ये stick जो है, ये अगर ये स्वान अपने मुंह में लेती है तो ये ले सकेगी. So it was a broad stick. So she came back to me and she said, Mama, she'll have to keep her mouth open for a it will be a wide open mouth. So how will she keep it open for a longer time? So then she was able to calculate the distance also. कि mama बहुत दूर जाना होगा तो then तो उसका मुंह भी दुख जाएगा. So these are think stops. What I call it as think stops when children think. These are fictional stories, but when you allow the children to think, they attach this fiction to the reality. And that is what I call as think station, think stop. Now, when I told about the tortoise, I said that now this tortoise was asked to take the stick in the mouth, and now they were flying. So, how do you think they managed the weight? So then my daughter, she kept on thinking, though she could not conclude the correct answer, but nearby she came to me and she said, Mama, the tortoise jada tha ya patla, means mota tha ya patla tha, because the swan seemed to be very thin. So weight कैसे balance हुआ होगा? See, think, stop, think station. So these are the questions that ponder, and this is what I want through this medium of story that I'm giving to the children. I'm wanting to give to the children the imagination. For example, I just asked my daughter, that just imagine that when you were sitting in the gallery or in the balcony, and if you see two swans with a tortoise, how will you react? What will you think? And she was like, ऐसा हो सकता है ऐसे स्वान स्टिक को पकड़ के जा सकते हैं. So see the connection that I'm trying to make is, so these are some stops, think stops, that is what I'm calling them, wherein children think. See, imagination can be fictional, can be real, whatever. I am very much, and I very much encourage the children to open-mindedly imagine anything. The sky could be pink in their picture. I'm open to that. But what I'm trying to do is, with that, I'm trying to balance the reality. Now, I suggested her, that I told her that suggest me a new title for this story. I don't like this talkative tortoise because you are also very talkative. So talkativeness is a good quality, isn't it? So suggest me another title. So she said that clever swans. Yes. So she got that idea from the clever crow. So she picked it up from there and she said, Mama, ये तो idea अच्छा था, तो ये भी कह सकते हैं ना हम. So that, then I said, teen titles I want and I will select from there. कि कौन सा best title है. So she came back with 3 titles wherein it was the clever swans, the village, the drought village, something like that. I forgot the name exactly what she put. And then she said, best friendship. So, what children derive from this story. Then what I did is, then I said that, आप ऐसा करो, ये सारे props हैं. I just placed them on the floor. I had made some other props also of the villagers because she likes, these proppy things. So I make those for her. So I placed a hut. There was a few villagers, and then I said कि अब ये story को कुछ नया बनाओ आप. So still that creation is there because जो story उसने बताई है, that is very haywire, helter-skelter story. Like some things are scattered. So still we are putting it together. But try these things. It may so happen that ये जो चीजें बच्चे आपको बताए, उसका reality से कुछ ताल्लुक नहीं हो. चलता है. But at least what I want is the children's brain should be put to work. They should be assigned some work. So उनको बोलो कि आप नई स्टोरी, नया टाइटल लेके आओ. Then I did not tell the moral, which I didn't tell you all also, because I wanted the children to tell me the moral. So I told my daughter that, what did you understand from this story? Give me. So she said to me that, Mama, when you are asked to keep quiet, you should. So I think that is the moral of the story, because always I tell her that, Pita, when I tell you to shut your mouth, please do. So whenever, now she doesn't listen to me, I just pick up this prop and tell her, Toto the tortoise, will you shut up or do you want to fall down? So this is on a lighter note, but I love children. Don't spoon feed. थोड़ा दो थोड़ा बचा के रखो, थोड़ा दो थोड़ा बचा के रखो. Allow the children to think. Let them come back with some things. Now, after the entire story got finished, I told her what you liked in this story and what you did not like in the story. Now, very important to listen here is she said, "Mama, drought क्यों होता है? भगवान हमेशा बारिश दे तो कितना अच्छा होता है, तो इनको कहीं जाना ही नहीं पड़ता." And I was so touched by those words that in children's word, everything is so much perfect. So then I said that this is the natural cycle, and then whatever she could understand, I just explained to her about the cycle of monsoon, the rains, the clouds, the trees, and everything that I could explain. Then when she came to know the importance of trees to be planted and the destruction that is caused because of tree cutting, she said, "Mama, sabko ek ek ped lagana hi chahiye." So that is what the message is. By one story, the talking tortoise, how many messages are passed to the children. And when you teach all these things through story medium, children will never feel burdened. They will connect. Now, what has happened that by listening to this story, by connecting to this story, she's also understood the importance of growing trees. So now she will connect to the entire episode of nature conservation. So that is my whole idea. Her imagination skills are improving because she's imagining things. When I told her, and now whenever she stands in the balcony, she just keeps waiting for those swans and the tortoise. She looks up and says, "Mama, aega kabhi koi aise?" And when she sees the pigeons, because they are the normally found, maximum found birds in the balcony. So she said, "Mama, can pigeons take other birds and fly if there's a drought here?" So see how much one story can lead the child. It's not only picking up a storybook and telling to the children. That is what I feel. My idea is totally different. It may be weird, but I'm sure the children love it. So try these things with your children. हो सकता है आपके पास भी कोई नई चीज हो, कोई नया idea हो. Put it in the comment section box. Let's join hands and reach out to maximum parents and children, because that is the whole motto कि सबके साथ share करेंगे. तो अगले वेनसडे जरूर से मिलेंगे. तब तक के लिए दिस इज हर्षा बिडिंग अ बाय. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट, whenever, if you're in the live session, post live session, drop in your comments that, do you like my stories? Of course you must be liking them, but are you sharing them with your children, and what's your experience? Bye bye. Thank you.